Good morning, 11th of September. Well, 9/11 in America, so everyone will, one of those pivotal moments in history, everyone will remember what they were doing that awful day of 9/11, which shook the world, and I bet there's still people who devastated their lives. So just a little thought out. That was my thought this morning. I thought, oh, a lot of people very sad. Oh, awful day. So our American viewers, just a little shout out. Okay, so let's turn the camera around. I just watched, so Emily's so good, she keeps things so up to date. So I was watching how yesterday's vlog of just how beautiful the canal is. Is it just me and water? I just absolutely love it. The rain is affecting play. We can't complain. So we'd rather the canal was filling up. Izzy mentioned that Tooley's boatyard in Oxford has had to close. They've been there since 1778. We've only been here since 1820. Well, I've not been here that long, but it's soon going to be the time to give Malum a little go, to get her out and get her surveyed. And how much water is in Wee Swally? I must buy a case for that engine. I should take a walk down. I should take a walk down to see how that tree's getting on. I just remembered about that. So a gentleman commented about, let's just get a wider angle on it, about the wharf and asking about the boats, and are they my boats or are they've all got this story. Some of them were here when we arrived, some of them have come. It's very transient. She's been here a while. That's a beauty, that. This boat was owned by Paul Weller. And it's owned by a good friend of ours, Chris Crilly. There's some Romanians own this. This was a new hull, I believe. He's selling it shortly. This nice chap owns it. He used to come up with his son. I believe the Springer water bug's been sold. I believe the other one might be up for sale. That's one we sold to Mike. It's going to be a cracker. He's done a really good job on it. It's just beautiful. This was the Ferrari of fiberglass boats in its day. Oh, I love it. And it's so thick here because of the compound curves. It's just so well made, and when you're on the stern around the engine area, you can see, and he'll fit it out beautifully. The Roger Fuller boat there. Oh, this is our friend Pete. I can always say that when I walk past. I must call him. We miss him down here. He's got either hip or knee problems. It's a Springer, quite a long Springer. Tell with that chine there. Victoria Jane, that's our friend Ian. He's going to be popping down shortly. Jake's boat. Jake works very hard on that. That's the roof. Look at little Otter, she's coming along. Got a bit carried away there in my thoughts. So FOXY, from here, It looks like incongruous. It's obviously going to be chopped down. But at the moment, it looks like it's, I don't know what it looks like. It looks odd. So, weather depending, we might. This time of year, it's difficult with judge how are you blacking. Obviously, it has to be dry to black. Oh, they're still here. Got two here this morning. Morning, guys, girls, guys. Oh, there we go. God, those mushrooms just look superb. So if you notice, Tristan's now been, this is where we pick out the features. I wonder why he's left this. He might be. It's not very evenly done, you see, so we're not sure how we're going to curve that in. We might just square it off, I think. Oh, it's so shiny. But of course, all this is going to be anti-slip. Sorry, where it's not outlined will be the cream anti-slip. Another shout out to Same Ship, Different Day, who are coming in for a paint job. And I commented, I said, oh, the next, their boat's Kimberly Joe, and I commented that, oh, they'll be watching this. And they said they were actually watching it, thinking what I'd said. So I said, oh, that's how skilled I am with getting to know my audience. Sorry, audience, that sounds pompous again. I managed to put up a little TikTok this morning as well, which is something I've never done before. Oh, and I have done them, but I actually edited it with like an effect. It's a few TikTokers and maybe Insta. There's part of me that doesn't want to show too much. So I want the reveal, and I want to make Izzy cry. So that sounds terrible. Tears of joy, and James. Sorry, back to the boats. So this has been here a long time. This one, chap's not been very well, but I believe his family will be taking it over. These boats are project boats, but they're all loved. They're all loved. I think that's why it was easy for me buying a wharf, because I just love boats, and I think you have to love everybody's boat. And some marinas, I believe, have a clean roof policy. So if you're in that marina, you've got to have a clean roof. Can you imagine if I had that policy? I don't think I'd have many boats. And I would never. I think it's terrible. It's just the people who they store wood over the wind, ready for the winter. I think I'm gonna walk down and check the tree out. So I know that Brian from the CRT, great chap. He's the guy that's been helping me and advising me with the water, and he really knows his stuff. He came down to have a look. Look at that! It's like ethereal, a tunnel of light and green, like you could be going into another world. Oh, get my shadow out of the way. Look at that, how lovely. Yeah, so he's been down anyway, so I'd have thought the contractors would be down to clear it. I should come down and do a time lapse, get it on TikTok. What I probably need is another, I obviously need my phone. Who'd have thought it all those years ago that, you know, people of my age, when your teacher used to say, you got to do all your working out, you can't use your calculator, you won't have a calculator on you everywhere you go. Well, you lied. I have. I've got a calculator, I've got a thesaurus, dictionary, money converter, camera, video recorder, voice recorder. So, teacher, you were wrong. I think you're going to think I say, hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. So we've got a fisherman up here. He fishes, so where he's fishing is near where that water comes in off the field. Look at that, guys. Is that a thumbnail? So we're quite low again. I'm hoping to see the kingfisher. Morning. Did you see the kingfisher here much? Yeah. No, okay. This is gorgeous down here. I've been told I need to start taking more exercise. Maybe that's what I need to do, come down here. So this is this spot. I mentioned it when I was on Wee Swally. It always, even through all those droughts, water comes through here somehow. I don't know if it's an underground spring or off the fields. You see, I'm not what are they called, an arborist, a specialist in trees. I'm sure Sean McPherson knows. Shouldn't that, when they're here today, shouldn't they take that one down as well? I mean, come on. I think if you said to a 5-year-old child, little Joey, all these trees there, what do you think is the first one that's going to fall in the water? I think little Joey would say, Johnny, I think it'll be that one that's nearly fallen in the water already. But I'm not here to criticise the CRT. I love them. They're my landlord. They give me the opportunity to be here and be on the canal. Don't love that, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up after your dog. Oh, that's the heron going ahead. Or coming towards me. No, going away. I do believe that LTC Rolt, who wrote the book, The Narrowboat, talks about this section of the canal. It's one of the most beautiful in the whole country. And he actually popped in at the wharf and he mentions the wharf. That was back in the 1950s, I believe. And he was on a narrowboat called Cressy. And then Rolt went on to establish the inland waterways. And also writes books, biographies on like engineers. I've read them. I've read a few. Brunel and God, my memory's terrible. Anyway, LTC Rolt, fantastic guy, and he spoke favourably of the wharf, and he spoke favourably of this section. It's actually quite a nice read. It's sort of, you sort of amble along with his journey. It's just nicely written. God, here's one that fell down earlier. I mean, look at the size of that. Not even my friend Ivan could get that on the top of his boat. So we're coming up to the tree. I thought from a distance it had perhaps started removing some of the brash. I know some boaters sometimes think they're being helpful and they come along and take off the top branches, but when I've been there and contractors said it's more of a nuisance because it doesn't give them anything to grip onto and it makes it more difficult to remove. Well, I think it is looking like they've started to clear some of it and they've certainly put some tape up. Maybe they just didn't have the big equipment, or maybe those muntjac beavers have been down in the night and we can expect somewhere near the tunnel there's going to be a big beaver dam. I can't quite remember it from yesterday, but maybe they've cleared the brash so that they could open up the towpath. What they do, I believe, is they actually chop it over, then they sort of drag it over this side. That's what they did at the one at Welford. Yeah, they've definitely made some sort of headway on it. But we do need our boats coming back through today. I'll give Brian a ring. Yeah, they've done a fair bit of clearing up. But even with a good run up, we ain't getting through that. And I think we're bound to damage the skeg. It's so soothing just being along here, and it's cold enough to need a jumper, not cold enough to need a coat. And I was just thinking, I know who'd love it here is the mindful narrowboat. This is picture perfect. And she does perfect pictures, so she'd find a million things to draw around here. I don't know if you watch it, but if you're going to watch any channel, because you like the tranquility and the beauty of the canals, the mindful narrowboat is the one. It's incredible. She writes these lovely, lovely poems and draws these amazing pictures. And has a lot of, I've mentioned it before because Amber and Phil had one of the boats on. And Amber and Phil, we painted their boat. They had one of the books. And I didn't even know she sold the books, but they're just beautiful. I wish I knew how to put shout outs and links. But Emily, you're watching this. Find out how you tell people how they can buy books and link up to the mindful narrowboat. And upon reflection, and same ship, different day, and we be cruising, narrowboat that James built, Helen and Ben, my friends on, probably two, who advised me on batteries the other day. I just think that maybe, I haven't got many viewers, but I've got cracking lovely viewers, but maybe I need to be shouting out these people who are just starting to do the vlogs. So give me a shout below and I'll shout out your vlog. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I was just trying to gather my thoughts walking along there, and I just thought, well, with Peter, the Canadians on Sophie Serenity, we might have to bring them to the tree and then bring Lazy Days down. But there's no pump out facilities. Yes, in fact, it's going to be a major disaster. I won't film this gentleman fisherman. I was getting ready for the fisherman to say he was a bit of a curmudgeonly. Is that? Yeah, that's a great word if it's right. Curmudgeonly, bit of a curmudgeonly old bugger. I was getting ready for him to say, "You better not be filming me," and I was going to say, "No." Funny enough, grumpy old twats are not great content on YouTube. But I didn't get my chance. We had a chat about otters. He had an otter swim. Yeah, the otter swim past him last year. And he said he'd caught a fish. And he said there was lots of crayfish. I'd love to have crayfish nets in there. I don't think they're allowed, so I won't do that. So I do tend to, if I see something like this, I'll pick it up and just go and put it in my recycling. But it does make me think, people will be thinking, look at that wino, 7 o'clock in the morning, walking along the canal, or walking along the road, I'm about to go on the road. Just to record if anybody looking at me saying, what's he got that beer for? Maybe I should be staggering. That's exactly what I'll do. I belong to Glasgow, bonny old Glasgow town. There's nothing wrong with Glasgow, except that she's spinning around. She saw me staggering. She smiled. So I just thought I better put in a disclaimer, because I should not be making disparaging comments about drinkers in Glasgow. Both my parents are Glaswegian. My Auntie Jean still lives in Glasgow, and she doesn't drink at all. So we're just discussing, Tristan and I, we decided to actually go for the curve around this. We weren't going to do the curve because they're not quite the same on the work that we didn't do, but we're going to try and make it look good. So we've got similar curves to that. This just looks so fantastic. Always worth going the extra hog and getting new mushrooms when you paint your boat. All about good news and like to share things with you. Well, here's a funny little story. So this lady, her phone was on her car and it was these two's fault. And Chris, who works here, he'd lost his phone, he'd been looking for it, and he found this one. He said, look, keep this phone, because although it looks absolutely knackered, it might have, pictures or something, and sure enough...
Yeah, it still works. So I'm
you can't believe
I can turn it back on and it's got all my photos,
or even you
everything.
Could download it with something.
Yeah.
And why are you not at school?
We're going now, aren't we?
Is it too early?
Yeah, we thought we'd do this first.
You could be on Wharf Diary later. Probably Friday night. So, just started prepping the roof. Obviously, so we've got anti-slip cream going on there, or cream first. Yes, sorry, cream first. Anti-slip straight on.
Too surprising.
Straight on. Anti-slip straight on. He's saying surprised because we've done it hundreds of times and I'm still too stupid for it to go in. So, he obviously puts the coach lines in either side. Looks great. And then this is how this worked out. We did go for a curve. A little hive of activity. Andy's putting the new bit of kit on the welder. We'll do that in a minute. Got the boys black in the boat. We are making hay while the sun shines. So this is what we call an air arc. So this actually, what it does is blows out the weld. We're just going to test it. Are we just testing on this bit?
Just trying it at the minute. So if we've got enough power.
Right.
Yeah.
Just going to check there's enough power in the little welder.
So that's a carbon rod coated in copper. So it just arcs basically.
Right.
And heats up the weld. And in the air.
Blows it out. Where's the air coming through then?
There's holes.
Oh, no hole. I see. So it melts the welds and that blows it out.
There's a slag out.
Blows the slag out. You dirty slag.
It works on this ship.
Yeah? Wow. We like. You're joking. So look at that. Andy has already done the top. Does he not understand how this YouTube thing works? Let's get a bit of footage of this. Look at this. Andy up there like a gazelle. So we're doing this panel here. This point there. Just in case you like looking at boats as much as me, just while Andy changes his disc. So what he's done is he's blown the weld out first to obviously make it a lot easier to go through. Hello? What do you reckon? Where are you going off here? Back where the weld is? You're going off here? Huh? You can go down there, carry that on.
That's the edge of the original shed.
Yeah, I thought that. Professional at work. And then there's me holding the camera.
See what we've got.
Doesn't do anything, but it makes a nice noise. Kind of like my dad then. Right. Yeah?
It's not very.
Yeah. So, cut down here, these tacks here, take them out. It's going to stay with the steel that's coming out. Are you going to do that as well? Are you going to overlap with it?
Because it's going to be easier while I'm there. Leave that one.
Are you going to come down as well as low as that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Measure that sheet. That's, if you measure from there to there, that'll be a metre.
A metre? No, it's not. That is not. From there to there, it's not a metre. It's not even. Huh? You got tape.
Just a quick one. The boiler on that boat, what was up with it? Was it levels or
The boiler.
the overspatch?
Overspasher. I think it was a lock. It was a.
Like an airlock.
Yeah, what I did was I just restarted it and started it, and then eventually it fired up. So, and I ran it the next day, and it still did it.
So, it's just asking, it says, oh, you asked if everything was sorted.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
yeah.
This was. You said, oh, what was that?
Ah, you're right. It's 970.
970. So that's 30 mil.
Less than a metre.
It's less than a metre. I knew it was. I
You
looked
said
straight
it
at
was
it.
bigger than a metre.
No, I said it's less than a metre.
You'll have that.
It's on video, Andy.
You'll have that.
Huh?
What's this Nuremberg?
Yeah, but people see. No, it doesn't even look like 970. You sure it's 970? Oh, it's a bit up there.
Ah, you'll have more then.
So you'll have more overlap here.
You always have an overlap there anyway.
Yeah.
You have a hand.
Okay. It's not a black widow. Stop being so horrible. You see it? Where is he?
Send the restaurant line.
Lots of spiders. Here we go. Come on, baby. Andy's a bit scared. It's all right, Andy. It won't hurt you. I love the sound of that air arc. Is the air arc better than the plasma then?
Aye.
I thought you'd be using the plasma for that.
Ah, because you can't put through the weld. You can't put through double material with a plasma.
Oh, okay. That's the job. Tool for it, isn't it, this one?
Oh, yeah. I used to work on the Caterpillar buckets and stuff like that, the big stuff.
Yeah.
You used to have to take them apart sometimes if they weren't no good, you know what I mean? They didn't pick up properly or something like that.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, the mighty fall. That's that. B.A. Robinson, bang, bang, the mighty fall. Samson. That's Andy's Samson. Not like a Samsung phone, as in Samson with his hair. I think you should open up a little pizza shop there with that serving hatch. He didn't like that. What we're saying? Fantastic. I know Eddie the scrap man watching the channel, he'll be saying, Johnny, put that bit aside for me.
Good storm, yeah?
Absolutely. Go and have 3 Weetabix.
I think it's only really if it gets contamination on it.
So tack ragging and cleaning, essential part of the process.
Ragging,
Ragging. Chris thinks it's funny that I always get it wrong.
You do it on purpose for your video.
I do it for Tris to correct
For
me.
views.
Yeah, it's do it for Tris to correct me. Makes him feel a bigger man. Oh no. It was forecast, but we've got some angry weather coming in. And Andy doesn't, when he started here, he told me, John, I can't work in the rain. I said, oh Andy, is that because of all the high voltage equipment and, you know, welding in the rain? Is that all because it's really dangerous? He says, no, it just ruins my hair. Not really. So we're trying to help the contractors get down, so I rang him and I said, well, so we're trying to help the contractors. I said, well, I'm worried there's going to be 2 trees because they said that they were on site moving this one. There's no one here. Plot thickens homes. I'm clambering over this. Oh, I thought I won't need to secure. I don't need to secure lazy days, but maybe I did. Oh, Johnny. I thought I'd just go. Must be the wind has caught it. That would look like a pillock. Me on the bank, new day boat in the middle of the canal. Though I still can't find the contractors. They said they were on site, but I wanted to talk to you about these trees because, as I said, I'm not a. That one there looks like it's ripe. There's nothing on it. Nothing. It's rotting. Hey. I should play some music. Dun, 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 dun. How you doing? Yeah, good. It's John. Yeah, come on. It's John. I was texting. Skills. So we'll. Contractors are cracking on. They should get that cleared in a couple of hours. So we'll leave them to it, and they specifically asked that I don't put any footage of them on videos on social media. So we won't be doing that, will we? Dodging this rain at the minute. Come on, Andy, last tack. Last tack. Oh man, it's gonna catch us. Let's call it.
2 minutes too late.
He's worried about his hair.